Good morning. We've had a bit of a sleep, a bit of a snore, and a coffee in the morning. It's time to get ready and go. Where are we heading? The goal today is to get to Idaho Falls in Idaho, which is north of Salt Lake City. If you went straight there, it would be just a 3-hour drive. But there's way cooler things to see if you take a detour. So let's go and see those way cooler things. Okay, we're doing it. Scott's driving the left-hand drive vehicle. And the goal of today is to get to Idaho Falls, as I said. So the first cool thing we're going to see on the way is Antelope Island. It's about a 58-minute drive from here this morning. Let's go. The 1-hour drive gives us plenty of opportunities to oil our skills in a left-hand drive vehicle on the other side of the road, as we navigate interchanges and multi-lane interstates through the western edge of Salt Lake City. Okay, we made it onto this road. We went through an interchange, we stayed in the right lanes, we stayed on the right side, we've done it all right so far. How's it feeling, Scott?
It just takes so much concentration. Yeah, and you just feel the stress. It's just tense. It's tense.
It's good having two people, like just when we were merging then and having a truck coming from the right-hand side, which is just totally weird to us because you've got to tell your mind to look out for that because where we come from, you're looking to the left. And so just having that extra person here to say, truck coming in, and giving them space while the driver is concentrating on learning to drive on this side of the road. It's just, if you're going to do this, we recommend doing it with two people. It would be quite stressful to do it on your own, especially if you come into a city. Well, we did it, and we made it to Antelope Island. Wow, what a beautiful place. Biggest bit of excitement, we've just seen our first couple of bison ever. We've never even seen them in a zoo. And here we are on Antelope Island. Haven't seen any antelopes, but there's bison. Check it out.
So we're up at Bison Point. It's freezing cold. It's a really cold wind. This is one of the places we've been wanting to see for ages. It's really good to be here. It's pretty excited. We've had lots of camera challenges, just not thinking clearly, but it's really, really cool to be here. So this is the Great Salt Lake up here. Antelope Island sits within that lake. We've been wanting to see this lake for a long time. And the mountains that surround it. It's so nice to see some snow still on the tops of the mountains around, and you can definitely feel that chill in the air today.
It's so cool, like the way these mountains are. I don't know about you, Scott, but I've never seen anything like this in my whole life. Like just landing on the plane, coming into Salt Lake City and seeing how it's surrounded by these mountains, and the sun was setting at the time too. It's just a sight to see, and then to wake up in the morning and then to come out here to see this beautiful lake. It's so calm. It's very salty, I imagine. There's bison that we've seen already. It's freezing cold. The wind is going straight through my top, and we can't believe we're here. Can't believe we're here.
We've got these bushes here they call them sage bushes, but when you smell it, it smells like lavender.
So we promised some cool things. Antelope Island has been pretty cool. Literally cool, very cold. And we've seen an antelope. We saw more bison. We've seen the Great Salt Lake. It's time to head on to the next cool thing. It's Golden Spike National Monument. Now, Scott and I have loved watching a show called Hell on Wheels. You got to watch it. It's 5 seasons. Anson Mount is the lead character. It's about the railway, the Pacific Union being built across Nebraska, Wyoming, and into Utah here. So a lot of the places we're going to see on this trip are linked to shows that we've watched, which is really cool. So let's go. Golden Spike, it's about an hour's drive, I think. We took another hour-long drive, heading north through the satellite cities and neighbourhoods north of Salt Lake City, including Ogden. We turned left at Brigham City and headed west through Corinne to reach the Golden Spike Monument. I'm doing it! The first transcontinental railroad is brimming with captivating tales of people and places. Despite its modern size, Golden Spike Park holds an incredible story that still resonates today. Promontory Summit in northern Utah has a fascinating history. This place has seen it all, from incredible booms to tough times. It has been globally famous, but it has also been shrouded in mystery. The railroad was completed on May 10, 1869. However, it took another 96 years for the site to be recognised. It wasn't until July 30, 1965 that the US government preserved this important piece of history. We visited before Memorial Day weekend, which meant a crowd-free and enjoyable experience. We were treated to some school students practicing their reenactment of the Golden Spike ceremony.
This promontory sound, Utah Territory. It is a happy gathering awaiting the great moment when a common railroad spike driven into an ordinary pie will join a country. I welcome you. We are gathered here to join the ends of the earth, to join the raw riches of the American West with the finished product of the industrial East.
All right, so that was the Golden Spike National Monument. It was really interesting. Loved those kids doing that little reenactment for their school. Just fun to watch them and good to support them too. It's great how they do their history here in America. They seem to take a lot more pride in it, is what I'm noticing, that there's a lot more pride in the history, in all aspects of the history. And that's really good. And our next spot, so continuing our promise of amazing adventures on this side tour to Idaho Falls, we're heading north. We're going to head into Idaho now, but we're going to go over to Twin Falls. Twin Falls is a place where there's a waterfall called Shoshone Falls. Let's go check that out because I believe that is fantastic. During the drive, we enjoyed the stunning scenery and sagebrush plains. We also stopped in at the Northrop Grumman Rocket Garden at Corinne. The garden showcases nearly 40 examples of space and military hardware, including a 150-foot rocket booster for the space shuttle. You can also see an Atlas rocket, Patriot missiles, and more.
This is so cool. So you drive down the freeway, you get a bit hungry. So for $10, you pick up 2 big Pepsis
And a slice.
and just a piece of pizza.
That's a giant piece of pizza too.
Supreme. Not bad. We're here!
So there's a few things we've noticed so far is the roads. These roads in America, they're so good. Doesn't matter if you're on so far from what we've experienced anyway, we may come up against the bad ones, but so far, even the back roads are smooth and just beautifully done. But these interstates, man, they're fantastic. I wish Australia would adopt something like that. I know we don't have as many people to use them, but gosh, they're good. And it's quick. And the scenery, we've just crossed into Idaho. The scenery is just, I just keep finding myself saying, gee, it's beautiful. It really is. Ever heard of the Niagara of the West? That's the nickname for the awe-inspiring Shoshone Falls in Twin Falls, Idaho. Standing at 212 feet tall, these falls surpass even the height of Niagara Falls. The nearby Twin Falls Dam controls the water flow, leading to variations from a trickle to a thunderous cascade. For us today, it was on the smaller side. But it is truly fascinating to see the dramatic changes in the fall's appearance and to appreciate the role of the dam in harnessing the power of the Snake River. Visiting this natural wonder is a must-see if you're in Idaho. It's a breathtaking showcase of both nature's grandeur and incredible engineering.
So that was Shoshone or Shoshone Falls. Not sure how to pronounce it, but really, really nice place. We've just had a quick look at the Evel Knievel jump. Guy must have had rocks in his head when he thought, let's jump this. But pretty amazing that I think he did it. We were going to go to Box Canyon Springs, but we're running out of time. So we're going to race off to Craters of the Moon National Monument and have a look there. Sounds pretty cool.
The Box Spring Canyon is only a short drive from Twin Falls, but we were behind schedule. It wasn't too much of a route redirection though, and we still took Highway 20 east towards Craters of the Moon. It was a beautiful drive across more sagebrush plains and small town America. We really enjoyed it. Well, there you go. This was going to be another awesome place to see, another cool place to see. It is cool. I can tell you that it's freezing. It looks like it's snowing up there on those hills. There's a cloud coming through and there's definitely some precipitation happening. And the wind that's coming off that is really cold. It's going right through you. We were going to go into the Craters of the Moon National Monument, but it's actually closed this week. Just half our luck, hey? Anyway, we can see a bit of it from the road here, and what this is a massive lava flow from a volcano that erupted 6,500 years ago, and it covered this whole area. And what's left now are the rocks that have formed from the lava as it cooled. It's fantastic. Would have been great to see it with the lava mounds and the caves and the things that are in there. But anyway, we can't, and it's freezing out here anyway. I just lost my sunnies. After collecting my sunglasses, we continued east through more small towns. We loved the sights of lesser-known areas of America. The scenery from snowy and rocky peaks to lonely buttes in the plains was beautiful, making this a drive to remember. Okay, mission accomplished. We reached Idaho Falls at last. It's 7:30 p.m. Now, we left Salt Lake City at around 7 a.m. this morning, so that's been a 12-hour day of stop driving and stops along the way. Unfortunately, Craters of the Moon Park was closed, as you heard, but it was still good to see it from the roadside. We could have probably gone to the Box Canyon if we had have known that the Craters Park was closed. But never mind, we're here safely. It's been a big day. We've been pretty tired, especially catching up on the time zone changes. We're going to go down, grab some dinner at the restaurant in the hotel we're at, and then go over to Walmart and get some supplies, ready for the next episode, where we head up into Montana, and we're going to check out, well, hopefully things will go better there. We'll actually get to see things that are open, and we're going to got some surprises along the way there. So stay tuned. We'll see you in the next episode. Look after your mates.